March 18th, 2026. Let's go over the market and oh my, look what happened in the... Wow, there's a big sell-off going on right now in the aftermarket in the NASDAQ. That's interesting. What we're going to talk about here is what happened today, like always. We just, nice little recap before we go into the trades I took. And what does this look like to you? Just look at it. This is the NASDAQ. What does this look like to you? It looks like I was right. The downward momentum right here is telling the truth. And we're probably going down from here, ladies and gentlemen. We're probably going to go down a little bit. My best guess is we're going to get to about this region here. So a little bit lower. And notice where this critical level is here in the past. Okay, this is over a year ago. But notice this critical level here. So we're really getting close to that. I think we've got a little bit lower to go. And you don't have to, trust me. Just look at the volume for a second, okay? The momentum and the volume tell us the story. So our volume switched, our momentum rather, switched to selling majority 4 market days ago. That was met with an increase in volume. So that is the status quo. Every day that we trade in this environment, until the status quo changes, until we start breaking these limits right here, making higher highs, we are expecting we're really looking for the sell-offs. That's like, we're going to take the trade no matter what happens. If it goes up or down, we take the trade. We just follow the plan, follow the rules. Yes, but we want to have an emphasis on the sell-offs, on the downward moves. What do I mean by that? Let's look at today. What do you think about the downward moves from today's price action? Let's look. Okay, so here's the market today on a 1-minute chart. When these downward moves occur, they generally are going to be sharper. They're going to be more powerful. They might last for longer. This is just the thing to look out for, okay? So we're going to go over my first trade today, which happened right here. It was a short, and it happened as the 5-minute extended hours was crossing to the downside. The 5-minute regular hours was already deep in the red. The 15-minute was starting to turn around. 30-minute deep in the red. 2-hour deep in the red. This is a full alignment trade. It's what we hunt for. Enter the close of this candle, stop loss slightly above. Why did I choose this candle? Well, look at the momentum. Momentum not going, no shorts, no shorts. Why would we short yet? Why are we shorting? We wouldn't shorten it right there. That's where you short. You understand? It's that simple. Volume confluence. If that volume confluence occurs as the momentum is shifting, aligning with the higher time frame, aligning with the major momentum current, that's where you enter your trade. That was a win. Next trade was in Coherent. Now, Coherent is an interesting company right now. It's got a lot of traction, got a lot of popularity, and it's got a lot of buyers. And let me just show you what the weekly chart looks like, okay? Here's the weekly chart for Coherent. So that's about a 1,000% increase. If you think about this, it's in $30 a share. Now we're at $300 a share. It's a 10x. This company's on fire right now. So when a company is on fire and there's upward momentum, that's an opportunity to take a trade. Wouldn't you agree? On a 5-minute chart, I saw this consolidating. So this is what I saw when I turned over to just tabbing through my watch list, and I see this. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Look, we go up, we go down, we go up, not as much. We go down, not as much. We're wedging. This is a wedge consolidation. So I went and I looked at the higher time frames and saw what kind of momentum alignment did we have, and sure enough, right here where I decided to enter the trade, I decided to enter. Why? We had a volume confluence. Actually, this just shifted. This needs to be right here. It needs to be right there. That's where the entry was. So why did I enter? Because we had a volume confluence, 2x3 volume confluence on the right side of the momentum with the support of the higher time frames. Look at the 15. 15 is in the green already and expanding. Look what's look what the 30 is doing. The 30 histogram is moving upward. Look at the 2 hour. Don't need to explain that. That's self-explanatory. So the 5 minute, everything was aligned. 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 2 hour, all aligned. We're good. We're in a momentum current. We're in an alignment channel. And we got the volume confluence here on the right side of the momentum. So that was the entry. Enter at the close of the candle. Stop loss slightly below it. It did come down, actually. Right after I entered the position, it did come down a little bit. But then it continued onward to almost hit the final target. So we only care about the first bar, which is basically a 2-to-1 ratio. We only care about that right there. That's a win. If we can just enter here and get that with this stop loss, that's what we call a win. And anything greater than that for our runners is just more money in the bank. It's just more profit, and that's wonderful. We don't hope for it, but it does happen, and when it does happen, we remain grateful. Last 2 trades in the day were in the NASDAQ SQQQ, because I was shorting. Or you can use futures, doesn't matter. Right now I'm trading shares, and futures are amazing. But look what's happening. 30 minute in the red. It's starting to taper down. That's a big signal. 15 minute in the green. Not really good. Not really good. Not the best alignment. But at least it's tapering down. At least we have some alignment in the momentum. But the 5 minute is why I joined. That's why I took the trade. Look what happened. 5 minute twins are both crossing. So this is a big... It's an intuitive discretionary sort of entry because we didn't have a full alignment because of the 15-minute data. But either way, everything was going down. Look at this momentum. Momentum going down. Cross. Get a big red volume candle. So I entered right there. Enter at the close of the candle. Stop loss slightly above that candle. Price came back, retraced, and almost hit that first partial. Almost hit the stop loss. But it didn't. It continued to go on and on and on. And it was a wonderful win right there. I took profit. And then my runners, unfortunately, were stopped out. So what did I do? Right here, I hopped back in again. Why? Volume confluence. Right side of the momentum. Everything is holding strong. We've still got an alignment. So I entered right here again for another short. Entry at the close of the candle. Right here. Stop loss slightly above. That first target was hit. There's 4 trades today, 4 wins. With all that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.